South Central Illinois' most accurate forecast with meteorologist Seth Bohnhoff.
All right, you have to see this. Check it out. A double rainbow is kind of rare, but check it out. Lightning striking near a double rainbow during a thunderstorm in Lakeland, Florida yesterday. As you can see, lightning flashing several times next to the rainbows as the rain pelts down. Of course, anytime that we have some storms around here, you can kind of see those rainbows kick in after the double rainbows or when things start to get really cool. And it's kind of a nice way to end what usually isn't the most fun day dealing with all those thunderstorms, but a cool little sight up there in the sky. Lots of colors out there in the sky too. That's the coolest thing about the rainbows. They only happen if the sun's out and it's still storming. Makes for some pretty colorful displays even outside the rainbow. So some pretty cool stuff. We haven't really seen action like this in a long time. I know we had some rain earlier this week. We had some thunderstorms, but it's been a long time since we've just kind of had a steady round of storms across the area, which a good thing and a bad thing. Of course, we don't want storms too often, but we could use the rain that comes with them. Right now, though, all we've got is those clear skies as we looked on in Mattoon. Satellite radar picture continues to show the same story. Very little action going on up there in the sky. It is 84 now in Champaign, 84 out there in Lincoln, and 82 over in Jacksonville. Winds very light, kind of swirling a few different directions, but mainly out of the northwest, with readings just around 5 miles an hour. Tonight, though, we should continue to cool off pretty nicely despite making it in the mid-80s today, 52 for an overnight low. And that's how we'll begin things tomorrow morning as well. And looking to some high school football action tonight, as you could probably guess, not too much happening in the way of your weather. Not going to have any sort of interruptions this go around those mid-70s at kickoff. By the time those games are wrapping up, likely heading down into the mid-60s. So some football tonight and some football again tomorrow as the Illini welcome in 21st ranked USC. It'll be a very early game for us in general, 11 a.m. games, but those folks out there in USC, that's a 9 a.m. local start. And that's going to be a little different for them. Temperatures should be pretty nice, though. 78 by the time that game is starting, 85 degrees by the time it's wrapping up. So you'll definitely notice the heat as we get later on into the second half of the game, but things will at least start off on a pretty good note. Weekend forecast shows a pair of very hot days for this time of year. 87 Saturday, 89 degrees by the time we make it to Sunday. So we could be talking about perhaps 90-degree weather here somewhere in the area on Sunday. One thing we won't be talking a whole lot about, though, is rain chances. Maybe just a couple of 10% chances this week, and that's about it. So really not looking forward to anything impactful for us here at all. Not just here in central Illinois, but across a vast chunk of the country. Look out there across the plains, across most of the Midwest. There's just not a lot happening here. The only real action that we're going to have later this week is down there across parts of the southeast, and that might be kind of some tropical related weather. So there's not really any big systems moving across the U.S. It's just the stuff from the tropics that happened to move this direction. So just very quiet activity here across much of the U.S. Drought conditions continue on. Yesterday's update kind of didn't really change a whole lot, but it did open up that severe drought just a little bit more to include a few more spots. So even though things have slowed down a little bit, we're going to need some rain again soon to kind of make some more progress on that chart there. Next 10 days worth of high temperatures paints a pretty warm picture again, keeping those 80s around here for quite some time, even as we flip the calendar over into October. 6 to 10 day outlook keeps those warmer temperatures around here, so it's going to be a warmer start to things in October. Eventually, that fall air will make its way on in, but it kind of looks like it'll be a little delayed this go around. Same with those rain chances, kind of teetering on the edge of maybe above average rain and below average rain, so we'll kind of see how that plays itself out. In other words, though, we are going to have another dry stretch, and we are going to need some rain here very, very soon in order to just kind of salvage things out a little bit, keep it from getting too dangerous with those dry conditions, especially with the heat like this. Definitely unusual here for this time of year. I know we've been hot in September and October in the past, but it feels like we haven't had a whole lot of breaks here. Maybe, 3 or 4 days in a row where it's 70-something, but no real true fall air just about now.
Well, I was going to say that 7-day too, it looks more like a June, July, want to jump in the pool type of
exactly what it
forecast.
looks like. But nope, that's your opening up October forecast.
Yeah, happy homecoming, right?
Right.
Okay.